We're crossing our live to SABC reporter Manqoba Mchunu. Manqoba, thank you very much indeed for coming through. Okay, just give us the latest and your understanding with regards to this judgment.
Well, of course, Blaine, the court basically dismissing the president's appeal with regards to the issue of whether or not the president should give reasons for firing cabinet ministers. That was an issue, of course, that was brought by the DA following that decision by President Jacob Zuma in March 2017, where he asked the then Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan as well as the Deputy Finance Minister Manqoba Mchunu. So now this has been a matter that has been going on since 2017, of course, the DA taking the matter to court and challenging it in court, saying that the president must give reasons as to why he took that decision and whether or not his decision was rational, saying that it had an impact, of course, on the country's economy. So the matter then ended up at the Supreme Court of Appeal, being appealed by the president with regards to that, because in effect what that High Court judgment did is that it basically says that the president going forward will have to give reasons for hiring and firing ministers. So the president then appealed that matter at the Supreme Court of Appeal, but that matter was dismissed by the Supreme Court of Appeal, of course, because at the time the person that had made, or the president that had made those decisions, former President Jacob Zuma, had vacated office. He had resigned from office, and then it went. The president then took the matter again, appealing it to the Apex Court here at the ConCourt, to say that we want clarity on this issue once and for all. And I think what was at the issue that was raised here was whether Rule 53, which applies to a review process or applies to review of processes made by courts, is applicable to this matter. And what the court has found is that this Rule 53 does not directly apply to the president's office. And what this means, Blaine, is that the president, therefore, has the sole prerogative, as the Constitution maintains, to hire and fire ministers. But in effect, as well, what it does say is that, going forward, that leaves that power to the president to continue doing that. And with regards to the appeal itself, the matter itself, the court has dismissed the appeal on the grounds that it's interlocutory, on the basis that, this was a matter that was within a matter. It was not a matter, it was a matter on Rule 53, but not a matter on the actual merits of that particular argument.
All right, so it is seemingly a busy day at the Constitutional Court. We've got two judgments now that are breaking news. And Manqoba is reporting on the, whether it's in the interest of justice for the Constitutional Court to decide whether the High Court was correct in ordering the president to disclose the reasons for dismissing ministers and deputy ministers. So Manqoba, what sort of initial reaction did you get with regards to this?
Well, Ben, at this stage, it's very hard to say, we got any reaction because, one, there was nobody from the presidency except the legal representatives, and also from the DA side, the only legal representatives were yet to contact the DA to hear what they have to say on this matter. But in fact, it is a very important matter, and of course, the judge is feeling that, this issue needed to be addressed. They say that it's not in the interest of justice, of course, for the president going forward, to give those reasons for firing and hiring ministers. So I think we'll get the reactions from them a bit later, Blaine.
Manqoba, thank you very much indeed for your reporting. We'll leave it there. We're also following up on another Constitutional Court ruling that it's ruled that spanking a child is unconstitutional. The court has confirmed the 2017 judgment of the High Court in Johannesburg, which found that disciplining children physically violates their rights. So as I said, it's a busy day at the Constitutional Court. We'll get a reporter on that story now to give us the very latest and flesh on what this actually means in terms of the regulations currently in place, and what does that mean for people that are found guilty of this act. Stay tuned to SABC News for more. All right.